So now let's learn how to create a simple deform modifier inside of Blender. So in order to create a simple deform modifier, first of all, what I need to do is I need to have an object. And to do that, I'm going to press Shift A on my keyboard, and then over here you can see that mesh is an option. So I'm going to choose cube as a mesh, and then I'm going to increase the subdivision of it. And to do that, I'm going to go and press Tab on my keyboard, and then I'm going to right click and click on subdivide. And then I'm going to increase the number of cuts just like this. Maybe I want to make this smooth a bit. So now what I can do is I can go around and then apply the deform right here. So let me just go around and press Tab to get back out. So to now, to add the simple deform modifier, I'm going to go around, click the object that I want to apply the deform modifier in, and then I'm going to click on the modifier properties icon right here. So once I do that, I'm going to click on add modifier, and then I'm going to go around and then choose the simple deform right here. So once I do that, the deform has been added, and by default twist deform has been added, as you can see. So I can click and drag around, and I can twist the object, as you can see right here. You can also restrict it just like this, as you can see, and work around with different options. You can go around and bend it. So if I were to, let's say, click and drag it, you can see that now deform, the bend is being applied. You can also taper it out right here, increase and decrease the factor just like this. And you can stretch it to go and see as, make it like a rubbery substance over here as well. So by default, the deform origin is at the center. So what you may want to do is change around the origin point as well. So to do that, I'm just going to go around over here. Let me start with the twist itself, and I'm going to press Shift A on my keyboard, and then I'm going to create an empty right here. So I'm going to create an empty object. So I'm going to choose plane axis right here, and then I'm going to change around this axis right here. So this is the empty object, meaning when the object is rendered out, this is not processed. And this is going to be the origin for the deform. So now I'm going to choose this object, and then I'm going to go around and pick the eyedropper tool and click on this one right here. And now what happens is that this is the origin point. So if I were to move this, you can see that the origin point, if when you're changing the origin point, the way of the deformation changes out. So now I can go around, and then if I were to go around right here, click and drag this around, you can see that the origin point changes. So now I'm going to select this, and I'm going to bend this out right here. And then this is the bending origin point. So I can move this at the back right here, and you can see that it really changes out how the bend works. I can select this out as well. And if I were to click and drag this right here, change the angle, you can see that it takes this empty object as the center point, and if I were to click and drag it, you can see that the center point changes around just like that. I can go around with taper as well to change around the factor. So I can click and drag this around to change around the factor, increase and decrease the limits, and so forth. I can also go around into stretch, and you can see that the empty point is now the origin of the stretch, and if I were to click and drag it out, you can see that it takes this area. So if I were to click and drag this, you can see that it changes around how the bend actually works around. And that is how you can use the simple deform modifier inside of Blender. So hope you guys learned something as always, and as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.